Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice, breaking the ice. Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice, breaking the ice.
So I was totally a chorus geek in high school, so most of my favorite high school memories revolve around chorus trips and performances, but my very favorite memory was when we took a trip my senior year up to New York City. It was my first time ever visiting the city, and we took a charter bus all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina, so the ride itself was a ton of fun. But we got to go to Broadway shows, including Lion King and Fiddler on the Roof. We went to Times Square, we visited Ellis Island, and for me, the most exciting part of that trip was we actually got to perform at one of the services at the gorgeous St. John the Divine Cathedral. So that's an experience that I will always remember.
My favorite memories of high school aren't necessarily the best, but they're the ones that keep me real. The time when I wore platform sneakers because I loved the Spice Girls and fell down in front of everyone. The time I pulled open a bag of Skittles and the candy flew everywhere all over the cafeteria. Or just standing there in front of the lockers with my small group of friends. We were not the popular kids, giggling to ourselves about goodness knows what. Those are my favorites.
It was sometime during my freshman year on a field trip. We were learning about current events, and I remember talking about the state of currency at the time in Russia. That's the last thing I remember before I threw up all over one of my classmates' shoes. And then I got to ride in the back of the school bus holding a trash can all the way back to school. Great memory. All through our 4 years in high school together. I wouldn't say we were best buds, but we definitely laughed about that time all up until we graduated.
If you're attending an ICMI conference for the first time, my biggest piece of advice is to start networking before the event. And my favorite ways to do that are via our mobile app and social media. So as far as social media goes, there are already a ton of really great conversations taking place about our May event, which is Contact Center Expo and Conference. And those are taking place using the hashtag #CCExpo. So if you're going to be joining us there, go ahead and start following that hashtag, using it to connect with other people who are going to be there. Also, every Tuesday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, we meet for a live 1-hour chat called ICMI Chat. You're welcome to join in there. You'll find a lot of other attendees, speakers, and exhibitors there. And then finally, search ICMI in your mobile app, and you'll be able to go ahead and start planning your agenda and connecting with other attendees there.
The best advice I have for going to conferences, including the ICMI conference, is to start planning in advance that you're going to need to step outside of your comfort zone. For us customer service folks, sometimes it's a lot easier to step out and network with people. But if you plan ahead of time, the going into this networking situation, you're going to have to talk to a lot of people, learn a lot of new information, and remember a lot of names. You're more likely to come out of it at the end with way more knowledge.
First of all, if you haven't signed up for the next ICMI Contact Center Expo, push pause on this video and go sign up and meet us, Jenny, Erica, and I in Orlando. You will not be disappointed. Secondly, take time before you go to the conference to print out the schedule of events at the conference and circle the things that you want to attend, and really focus on what you want to learn while you're there at the conference. And you'll certainly get more out of it if you go into it with a plan ahead of time.